Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Monday, May 15th, 2023. Welcome to another morning manifestation session. It is indeed a great day for transformation. And I am your host, leader and founder of One Transformation Center, and it's an absolute pleasure to be back with you this morning on this magical Monday morning. In One Transformation Center, we focus on celebrating humanity, as it is our mission to inspire, motivate, and heal lives and relationships across the globe. We're glad that you allowed yourself to join us on this journey and to partner with us as we reconnect with the truth of who we are. We align to a greatness that is within us, our inner divinity. And remember that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. For those who are new, this is what we do. Every morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time throughout the week, come together and begin with 3 deep breaths. We call them the 3 breaths for life. And then we move to the oath of manifestation, followed by the affirmative word. The affirmative word and the prayer of gratitude. For those who have returned, truly appreciate you, consistency. Thank you for the opportunity to join you in your journey of transformation. So before we begin, let's take a moment, wherever you are, please like, share, and comment. Share the stream that you're listening to, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Hit that like button. And comment. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We also like to use the hashtag Morning Manifestation so that others may join us and know that we exist. We're here for you, and we're here for God. All right. You guys ready to get started? I am. All right, let's get started. We begin with our 3 lights. That's right. Now, before we begin, a few instructions. We breathe consciously, intentionally, as we forget so frequently to do so. It has become so innate as a part of who we are that we forget to consciously take breaths. And when we take these breaths, it's a stress reliever. It is also that opportunity for us to shift from reactionary to response. Response are empowered. Reaction are emotional. They're not really thought out, are they? So with each breath, as we inhale through our nose, we want to begin to align with everything, everyone, and every place, every thought and idea that is here to support us in this right now moment. And with each exhale through our mouths, we are going to release everything and everyone in every place, every thought, every idea, every philosophy, every principle that no longer supports us, no longer sustains us, that no longer inspires, motivates, or heals us. You ready? Let's begin. Inhale through your nose. And exhale. Let's begin to take our second deep breath filling up the cavities of our body with fresh oxygen. Inhale. And exhale. One last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Yes. Before we continue, begin to shrug your shoulders. Shake your arms. And I want you to begin to feel life as it begins to circulate throughout your body. And say with me, I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to be alive. Now let's shift over to our oath of manifestation. I like to call this our Emancipation Proclamation, our Declaration of Independence, as we are giving ourselves permission to manifest fully in total alignment with everything that is supporting us. You remember earlier in our breaths, we said we're going to position ourselves. We each inhale to allow ourselves to align with everything that is supporting our best and highest good. Well, this is where we make that declaration. This is where we really make that invitation. So come and declare with me. And state, I accept and receive unexpected good, unexpected money, unexpected love, unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity, coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places in my life and the life of others. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the lavish abundance of the universe. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. My acceptance makes it real and opens the space for manifestation to rush in. I open wide the doors of my consciousness to give and to receive. It is done now. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I declare absolutely that I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me. I feel it powerfully happening now. I open to receive more abundance and to give more abundance than I have ever experienced before. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I am so prosperous, I need never worry again. I am grateful for all that I already have, and grateful for all that I am ready to give. I keep myself lifted in high consciousness, no matter what the appearances are. God is all there is. I let the God times roll, and so it is. and so it is. Let's take a moment to allow these promises, this oath, this declaration, these words to permeate to the very depths of our soul, the very core of our being, to activate our cells and reignite our DNA to operate in conclusion and cohesively with our declaration. For you are deserving. You are deserving. Now we're going to move over to our word, our affirmative word of the day. And it comes from affirmative word of the day comes from A Course of Miracles, which you can find at acim.org. Course of Miracles, acim.org. And also put it in the chat where you can read along with us from lesson 135, which reminds us, if I defend myself, I am attacked. If I defend myself, I am attacked. Feel free to check out this throughout the day as a reminder. In the meantime, let us pay attention and take a listen to what the narrator has to offer us in this reading today.
Lesson 135. If I defend myself, I am attacked. Who would defend himself unless he thought he were attacked, that the attack were real, and that his own defense could save himself? And herein lies the folly of defense. It gives illusions full reality and then attempts to handle them as real. It adds illusions to illusions, thus making correction doubly difficult. And it is this you do when you attempt to plan the future, activate the past, or organize the present as you wish. You operate from the belief you must protect yourself from what is happening because it must contain what threatens you. A sense of threat is an acknowledgement of an inherent weakness, belief that there is danger which has power to call on you to make appropriate defense. The world is based on this insane belief, and all its structures, all its thoughts and doubts, its penalties and heavy armaments, its legal definitions and its codes, its ethics and its leaders and its gods, all serve but to preserve its sense of threat. For no one walks the world in armature, but must have terror striking at his heart. Defense is frightening. It stems from fear, increasing fear as each defense is made. You think it offers safety, yet it speaks of fear made real and terror justified. Is it not strange you do not pause to ask as you elaborate your plans and make your armor thicker and your locks more tight, what you defend, and how, and against what? Let us consider first what you defend. It must be something that is very weak and easily assaulted. It must be something made easy prey, unable to protect itself, and needing your defense. What but the body has such frailty that constant care and watchful deep concern are needful to protect its little life? What but the body falters and must fail to serve the Son of God as worthy host? Yet it is not the body that can fear, nor be a thing of fear. It has no needs but those which you assign to it. It needs no complicated structures of defense, no health-inducing medicine, no care and no concern at all. Defend its life, or give it gifts to make it beautiful, or walls to make it safe, and you but say your home is open to the thief of time, corruptible and crumbling, so unsafe it must be guarded with your very life. Is not this picture fearful? Can you be at peace with such a concept of your home? Yet what endowed the body with the right to serve you thus except your own belief? It is your mind which gave the body all the functions that you see in it, and set its value far beyond a little pile of dust and water. Who would make defense of something that he recognized as this? The body is in need of no defense. This cannot be too often emphasized. It will be strong and healthy if the mind does not abuse it by assigning it to roles it cannot fill, to purposes beyond its scope, and to exalted aims which it cannot accomplish. Such attempts, ridiculous yet deeply cherished, are the sources for the many mad attacks you make upon it. For it seems to fail your hopes, your needs, your values, and your dreams. Self that needs protection is not real. The body, valueless and hardly worth the least defense, need merely be perceived as quite apart from you, and it becomes a healthy, serviceable instrument through which the mind can operate until its usefulness is over. Who would want to keep it when its usefulness is done? Defend the body, and you have attacked your mind. For you have seen in it the faults, the weaknesses, the limits, and the lacks from which you think the body must be saved. You will not see the mind as separate from bodily conditions, and you will impose upon the body all the pain that comes from the conception of the mind as limited and fragile, and apart from other minds, and separate from its source. These are the thoughts in need of healing. The body will respond with health when they have been corrected and replaced with truth. This is the body's only real defense. Yet is this where you look for its defense? You offer it protection of a kind from which it gains no benefit at all, but merely adds to your distress of mind. You do not heal, but merely take away the hope of healing, for you fail to see where hope must lie if it be meaningful. A healed mind does not plan. It carries out the plans that it receives through listening to wisdom that is not its own. It waits until it has been taught what should be done, and then proceeds to do it. It does not depend upon itself for anything except its adequacy to fulfill the plans assigned to it. It is secure in certainty that obstacles cannot impede its progress to accomplishment of any goal that serves the greater plan established for the good of everyone.
A healed mind is relieved of the belief that it must plan, although it cannot know the outcome which is best, the means by which it is achieved, nor how to recognize the problem that the plan is made to solve. It must misuse the body in its plans until it recognizes this is so. But when it has accepted this as true, then it is healed and lets the body go. Enslavement of the body to the plans the unhealed mind sets up to save itself must make the body sick. It is not free to be the means of helping in a plan which far exceeds its own protection and which needs its service for a little while. In this capacity is health assured. For everything the mind employs for this will function flawlessly and with the strength that has been given it and cannot fail. It is perhaps not easy to perceive that self-initiated plans are but defenses with the purpose all of them were made to realize. They are the means by which a frightened mind would undertake its own protection at the cost of truth. This is not difficult to realize in some forms which these self-deceptions take, where the denial of reality is very obvious. Yet planning is not often recognized as a defense. The mind engaged in planning for itself is occupied in setting up control of future happenings. It does not think that it will be provided for unless it makes its own provisions. Time becomes a future emphasis to be controlled by learning and experience obtained from past events and previous beliefs. It overlooks the present, for it rests on the idea the past has taught enough to let the mind direct its future course. The mind that plans in this refuses to allow for change. What it has learned before becomes the basis for its future goals. Its past experience directs its choice of what will happen. And it does not see that here and now is everything it needs to guarantee a future quite unlike the past, without a continuity of any old ideas and sick beliefs. Anticipation plays no part at all, for present confidence directs the way. Defenses are the plans you undertake to make against the truth. Their aim is to select what you approve and disregard what you consider incompatible with your belief of your reality. Yet what remains is meaningless indeed. For it is your reality that is the threat which your defenses would attack, obscure, and take apart and crucify. What could you not accept if you but knew that everything that happens, all events past, present, and to come, are gently planned by one whose only purpose is your good? Perhaps you have misunderstood his plan, for he would never offer pain to you. But your defenses did not let you see his loving blessings shine in every step you ever took. While you made plans for death, he led you gently to eternal life. Your present trust in him is the defense that promises a future undisturbed, without a trace of sorrow, and with joy that constantly increases as this life becomes a holy instant, set in time, but heeding only immortality. Let no defenses but your present trust direct the future. Let no defenses but your present trust direct the future. And this life becomes a meaningful encounter with the truth that only your defenses would conceal. Without defenses, you become a light which heaven gratefully acknowledges to be its own. And it will lead you in ways appointed for your happiness according to the ancient plan, begun where time was born. Your followers will join their light with yours, and it will be increased until the world is lightened up with joy. And gladly will our brothers lay aside their cumbersome defenses, which availed them nothing and could only terrify. We will anticipate that time today with present confidence, for this is part of what was planned for us. We will be sure that everything we need is given us for our accomplishment of this day, of this today. We make no plans for how it will be done, but realize that our defenselessness is all that is required for the truth to draw upon our minds with certainty. For 15 minutes twice a day, we rest from senseless planning and from every thought that blocks the truth from entering our minds. Today, we will receive instead of plan. Today, we will receive instead of plan, that we may give instead of organize. And we are given truly, as we say, if I defend myself, I am attacked. But in defenselessness, I will be strong, and I will learn what my defenses hide. Nothing but that. If there are plans to make, you will be told of them. They may not be the plans you thought were needed, nor indeed the answers to the problems which you thought confronted you. But they are answers to another kind of question, which remains unanswered, yet in need of answering until the answer comes to you at last. All your defenses have been aimed at not receiving what you will receive today. And in the light and joy of simple truth, you will but wonder why you ever thought that you must be defended from release. Heaven asks nothing. It is hell that makes extravagant demands for sacrifice. You give up nothing in these times today when, undefended, you present yourself to your Creator as you really are. He has remembered you. Today, we will remember Him. For this is Easter time in your salvation. And you will rise, and you rise again from what was seeming death and hopelessness. Now is the light of hope reborn in you. For now, you come without defense. Learn the part for you within the plan of God. I'll repeat. Now is the light of hope reborn in you. For now you come without defense to learn the part for you within the plan of God. What little plans or magical beliefs can still have value when you have received your function from the voice for God Himself? Try not to shape this day as you believe would benefit you most, for you cannot conceive of all the happiness that comes to you without your planning. Learn today, and all the world will take this giant stride and celebrate your Easter time with you. Throughout the day, as foolish little things appear to raise defensiveness in you and tempt you to engage in weaving plans, remind yourself this is a special day for learning, and acknowledge it with this. This is my Easter time, and I would keep it holy. I would not defend myself because the Son of God needs no defense against the truth of His reality. Thus is the affirmative word of today. This reminds me of a saying that I always share with myself, and that we will share coming forward in future messages. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. And it also continues to remind me of something else that I constantly remind myself of and others. When I say that obedience is greater than sacrifice. Obedience is greater than sacrifice. So in this word today, we were reminded that anytime that we find ourselves needing to be defensive, whether it's from a person or place or a thing, or an event that has occurred or could potentially occur, we are automatically misaligning ourselves or removing ourselves from being in alignment with God's plan. I often ask the question, as God is almighty, all-powerful, omnipotent, always present, all-knowing, why is it that we cannot trust our well-being to that? Why is it that we must circumvent or take back the perception of control of our ideas, our thoughts, of how other people perceive us? Why is it that we feel like we need to go out and be the front line of defense, that we need to orchestrate a plan of defense against the world, against others? Why is it that we feel like we need to go into situations and circumstances and have our guards up instead of truly just being in alignment and available with and knowing that we're protected? Are we saying to the Creator that I appreciate it, but I got it from here? Are we saying to the Creator that, I know that you're all these things, but I can do it better? I'm one who likes to build plans, and I'm very good at building plans. I've built some significant plans for businesses that yield millions upon millions of dollars. Plans that have, in 5 years, that would have generated $5 billion companies. That's when I'm a great consultant, a great coach, and I can build some significant plans. However, what are those plans really about? If we truly believe, if we truly state that we are here for God, if we truly are saying that we are seeking ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all things will be added to us, then what are we making plans for? I had a conversation with my wife yesterday, and she was a little discombobulated. And I asked what was wrong. She said, I'm just trying to figure out, where do we go from here? Because I'm not just here in the morning time sharing these messages with you just out of a call. I share with you as I'm also in alignment with it. I'm not just here to teach it, I'm living it. And she said, where do we go from here? And I responded to her, I don't know. Yet what I do know is that it's better than where we are. Not because where we are is such a depraved space. Not at all. It's not. It's very peaceful. But I say that because I know that we are operating in alignment with God's plan. Someone asked me, she said, how you doing today? I said, I'm fantastic. So what's new? I said, I have relinquished my plans for God's plan. And since I've let go of the need to have this plan, I have now have a life that is more peaceful, that is less stressful, that is healthier, and that I can truly just let go. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. That reminds us that if I defend myself, I am attacked. Not saying that you really are attacked. And two things can be true at the same time, right? Well, let's just use that sparingly. Let's say there is someone out there who has the desire to bring harm to you. Let's just use that as for where we are in our mindset right now. Give it to God. Give it to the universe. Remind the universe that you alone know the plan that you have for me. Plan to prosper me and not to harm me. Plans to give me hope in a future. You also remind of the promise that said, no weapon formed against me shall ever prosper. So I surrender this thought, this idea, and or this experience to you, to do with it as you may. For you are my protector. For you are my guardian. For you are my guide. For you are my provider. You are my source. Then the other side of that too is, if I defend myself, I am attacked. In that space, you have already found the need to operate from your ego, edging God out, EGO, edging God out. And when you stay connected to your divine spirit, the God of your being, then and only then you have true guidance from that which is all-knowing. You have true understanding from that which provides peace that surpasses all understanding. And you have a navigation within you that will not lead you astray, that will help you to avoid all pitfalls, and will redirect your course accordingly so that you will arrive on time and that you will reap all that has been sowed upon into you, and that you will have every miracle that you're entitled to, and that you will realize every blessing in the course of your journey. Take these times and these moments. Take a deep breath and go inside and remember who's guiding you. You can also remember to state twice, 15 minutes today, 2 15-minute periods. If I defend myself, I am attacked. But in defenselessness, I will be strong, and I will learn what my defenses hide. Learn what my defenses hide. So you're defending something that isn't true, right? Because remember, in the very beginning, it says that it must be very weak if you have to defend it. But if you get still and learn what your defenses hide, not are you learning what you think is hiding, but you're now remembering the truth that is hiding from you. You're now beginning to realize the blessings that you've been requesting are hiding behind your defensiveness. So let go today. Allow yourself to be fully thrusted into the arms of your protector. One last point. I want you to ask yourself another question today. When you're worried about finances, when you're worried about provisions, I want you to ask this question. Who is my source? Again, ask the question, who is my source? Whether you're going through a health issue, who is my source of healing? Whether you're going through a financial situation, who is my source of provision? Whether you're in a stressful space, who is my source for peace? Whatever the situation is, simply remind yourself by asking the question, who is my source? Let's move to a space of prayer. Prayer of gratitude. Father, Mother God, guardian angels, all that works together for our absolute best and highest good, we give thanks to you. We give thanks for the reminder that in our defenselessness, our safety lies. That if we can just truly cast our cares aside, remove the need to make any plans today, and listen to your guidance and your direction, to receive that which we desire to receive, to get the insight and directions which creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment into our lives. I thank you for the reminder that in any way today, any shape or form today, that we find ourselves feeling attacked, that is a notification of us being defensive, of us feeling the need to defend ourselves, of us making plans going forward. So today we affirm that we will stand in this space and we will trust your will, your way, and your plan to be perfect for us. And we will allow our obedience to be greater than our sacrifice, so that your will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. So that we may begin to experience more of this heaven here on earth. Give us this day, O Lord, our daily bread. Provide for us in ways that we can only even imagine. We're leaning not into our own understanding and trusting you that your will shall be done for us, through us, as us, to us. And that we affirm that in doing so, that we will be that beacon of light for others to see, so that they in turn will also make the decision to be in alignment with your will. Thank you for blessing us indeed and continuously enlarging our territories. Thank you for giving us the tools that we need in order to go forth in this world today and be successful. Thank you for trusting us. to be your ambassador. And we affirm today that we desire to think the way that you think, to have our minds to be one with yours. For our words to be words that you would speak. For our actions to be by way of your inspiration and influence. We give thanks. We give thanks for everything and all things. And that in all of our being, that you receive the glory forevermore. And so it is so. Ashe. Amen. Amen. Give thanks for this reading, this word. If you missed any part of today's session, feel free to go back and check it out on YouTube, as it was recorded here on One Transformation Center. Go to One Transformation Center YouTube's page, and you can go back and check out this session in its entirety. And I'm so excited for you today because you have taken the step to fill up your cup. How you begin your day, that's how it will end. So go forth and be great. Go forth and be great. Don't forget to like and share this stream wherever you're tapping in from. And also go to our social media spaces on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. One Transformation Center. Keep in lock and step with us as we provide you more insight and inspiration on what's going on. Also, at YouTube, go there and like and share and click the notification bell there as well. Also use so that you see every programming as it comes up. And also you can go back and view all the previous recordings, whether it's the morning manifestation sessions or it's the transformative conversation or even the Transform My Life series. Then in turn, we also thank you. You know, if you find that this has provided you with any inspiration, we appreciate you making a contribution, a donation, as we're a nonprofit entity, and we're here to continue to provide this inspiration, continue to be inspiration, motivation, and healing in a plethora of ways to all across the globe. So you can go to Giveify, Givelify, whether online or the app, and simply do a query, search on One Transformation Center. Any amount, we're grateful for it. Or you can go to Cash App and send me a Cash App directly at cash at the $, Samuel Crumby Jr., CRUMBYJR, Samuel, SAMUEL Crumby, CRUMBYJR. And we'd like to thank you for continuously investing in your transformation. We hope that you continue to join us at 6:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time weekly throughout the weekdays and at 8:05 a.m. on the weekends. So stay tuned, stay locked in with us. We just really appreciate you tremendously. We want to remind you to be the change you desire to see. Until next time, namaste. We see God in you. Be great.